Held in the Midlands province in the mining town of Kwekwe, the NASA Engineers Workshop 2024, which ran under the theme Promoting Occupational Safety and Health Culture Through Vision Zero, lived up to its billing. Opening the 3-day workshop was the NASA OSH Acting Director, Dr. Betty Gona, who explained what is Vision Zero and also mentioned that where there is a cause, a solution can be found.
Our main theme is centered around Vision Zero. Vision Zero being a campaign which looks at how we can prevent accidents, diseases, and deaths within the workplace, which then we all know have causes. And whenever something has a cause, we have a way to prevent it.
I'm pleased to welcome you all to the 2024 edition of the Engineers Workshop on Occupational Safety and Health, a highly interactive platform for engineers and other OSH professionals, which gives an opportunity to engage and to come up with better solutions for a safe and healthy work environment.
Engineer Zengeya then took to the podium, addressing the critical issues facing today's engineers. He spoke eloquently about the dangers of a false sense of security and the incapacitation that engineers face.
Why do people have a false sense of security? There are people who believe when they meet our inspectors, some of them, they will tell you, you are too young to teach me about safety and health at work. I saw the plant being built before you were born, before you were even there. There are those who believe that we brought in the equipment from Germany, we brought in equipment from Italy, from well-renowned manufacturers. And you are now trying to tell us that it does not meet the safety and health requirements. They don't want to retrofit.
Presenting clean energy production opportunities and safety rewards, Managing Director at Centragrid, Joshua Chirikutsi, mentioned the importance of using clean energy. Some of the benefits include reduced depletion of natural resources and other health benefits.
If you use renewable energy, then you lead to lesser depletion of the natural resources and also improved health and welfare from reduction in emission, which actually impacts the environment.
Participants who went to Life Starch Cement Products were impressed by the company's efforts in ensuring safety through effective language translation. They also highlighted the commendable gender balance at the company's furniture plant.
There's gender balance. We're impressed that they have women in the furniture plant.
At Den Dairy, visitors praised the company's exceptional hygiene and sanitization practices.
There is a great emphasis as you walk around the plant. There is a great emphasis on sanitization, the need for sanitization at every point. When we were about to enter into the factory, we had to go through a footbath, and all the floors, they are wet because they say they flood the place with water mixed with hydrogen peroxide to ensure that no contamination occurs.
The use of pictorial standard operating procedures was particularly noted.
When you enter each work area, you will see a standard operating procedure which is displayed, and they have made them in pictorial form. They have combined a little bit of information and some pictures to demonstrate what needs to be done, which I think is easy for the employees to follow.
The visit to Unki Mine revealed a company that sets the bar high for safety, with rigorous alcohol screening at the gate and a commitment to maintaining world-class safety standards. Unki Mine stood out as a paragon of workplace safety.
We observed that there is alcohol screening, where all of us were screened, well-labeled bus stops, transportation of employees, well-maintained landscape, top-notch housekeeping in all areas.
Feeding workers, providing them with health facilities and stress management helps companies achieve their major goals. This was reviewed by reporters who went to Zimasco.
As Midlands Province, we are indeed humbled to host such a noble workshop being held under the theme that focuses on reducing incidents at workplaces, hazards to zero, as we seek to achieve a prosperous and an empowered upper middle income society earlier than 2030. As I welcome you, Honorable Minister, allow me to appreciate the Second Republic's bold and strategic policy decisions under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa.
To officially open the engineers' workshop was the Minister of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare, Honorable July Moyo, who brought a wider perspective linking the workshop's theme to the President's vision of a skills audit for the economy. He called for professionalism among engineers and urged them to share their expertise with small and medium-sized enterprises. Minister Moyo also emphasized on the need for Zimbabwe to align with international conventions to avoid trade barriers. He highlighted the importance of climate-proofing investments to prevent climate change from becoming a trade barrier.
I am mentioning this because it's very important that Zimbabwe reaches the convention's standards, because trade has become a major driver for economic development. And if we do whatever we are doing and we don't adhere to international standards, they are now using these international conventions as barriers to trade. I tell you, if we slacken in our occupational health and safety standards, those can be used against our country as trade barriers.
As we reflect on the event, we are reminded of the collective responsibility we share in fostering a culture of safety. This workshop has been a testament to the power of collaboration and the importance of setting high standards for occupational safety and health.
Whatever we are doing here, whatever we are discussing here, there is one target that we all have. It is that vulnerable worker. It is that disadvantaged worker. It is that poor worker. When we all go in our workplaces and we are told there's been an incident, let's always remember that we are dealing with a vulnerable worker, and we should always assume the worker is right unless proved otherwise.
A number of takeaways, a number of key outcomes can be drawn from the workshop itself. Key amongst them is the need for engineers. The need for engineers to try and make inroads in the informal sector. A number of businesses are now moving into the informal sector, and engineers were called upon to ensure that they make a significant, a recognizable contribution to the informal sector, bringing engineering solutions to hazardous exposures in the informal sector.
Thank you for joining us in the journey towards a safer, healthier future for all.